I'm going to talk to you about the rule of three. This is the rule of three. The rule of three happens to be everything in public speaking and when you're making a presentation, or you're talking to a group of 2 people, or 20 people, or 200 people, or 2,000 people. You want to have 3 main points that you're trying to get across. I'm Joe Murphy, and I'm talking about presentations. And over the past couple of days, I've been doing presentation to a number of people on how to make presentations or how to converse and discuss things so you're coming across as a subject matter expert. Now, this rule of three is just very simple. If you're not familiar with it, you'll be familiar with it in just a second. But first, I want to talk to you about how I went to a presentation course once and everybody laughed because I was doing this. And we were videotaped. Now, I had never been videotaped before, and I always read you should be videotaped, and I didn't have the material, didn't have the right phone. And now with the iPhone or whatever phone you're using, you can make your own videos, which a lot of people do, but they don't know how to present information. They're doing these little things with the buttons and stuff, and they're having things flash up, and that's really cute, but in reality, it takes too much time and too much effort, and people are not getting the information. But it's cute, and you get a lot of likes. But if you're trying to get a point across to an executive in a meeting, you're not going to have these buttons where you go ding, 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 but you are going to have a whiteboard, and you are going to have a PowerPoint, and you are going to be able to use your voice. So the rule of three goes like this. You want to frame things up. And I use this because in my video, everybody laughed because I was framing things up. Let me talk to you about how this works. I want to frame things up for you. As they call that the goalpost, Joe Murphy's goalpost. Just a side note, I asked one of my brothers, I have 3 brothers, the youngest one, who happens to be working for one of the big tech firms out of San Francisco or Palo Alto. And I said, this is what they saw, because he makes presentations too, but he's technical, so it doesn't really matter. And he said, oh, you mean they saw you do the field goal thing? I said, what do you mean the field goal thing? I didn't even tell him. He knew right away. He said, oh, you always do this. So I'm always going to do this. So when you see me do this, I'm talking about the rule of three. When you're talking about the rule of three, no matter what you're going to discuss with anybody, you want to frame up the discussion. Okay? You want to frame it up. And there are typically 3 things, 1, 2, 3. And you'll remember this because, I don't know your country, but we have red light, yellow light, green light. Just remember it that way. And so you want to give the problem, you want to give the implications, you want to give the solution. That's the rule of three. Problem, that's the red light, yellow light, the implications, how is this affecting the organization? Here's the solution. Here's how I see it. The problem occurs whenever the gas goes on. The implication is that the gas goes on and we have a match, it might explode. So we need to turn off the gas so we don't die. So that's the solution. Does that make sense? Red light, yellow light, green light. Rule of three, 1, 2, 3. Now this works, and I'll talk to you about this in some further videos when you're having conversations one-on-one. I want you to practice the rule of three. I'm Joe Murphy, and I am here for your success. Thanks for watching.